So guys, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Tidal, what's your poison? What's up YouTube? Dave here with Seen Through a Lens, and thanks for stopping by the channel. If you haven't stopped by here before, please be sure to click on the subscribe button and click on that bell icon so that you can be notified of new videos. So guys, what's your poison? Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon Music? There are so many different streaming services out there today. Which one do you choose? For me, I had Apple Music with an Apple Watch, and that was my go-to kind of portable music playing experience up until the fact that the Apple Watch for me, you know, if you watch my videos, that the Apple Watch burnt my wrist, and if you haven't watched it, I'm going to just click on the card at the top there and that will take you straight to that video. But after that I decided that I needed another solution, so I decided to switch to Spotify. So that seems to be, amongst most people, the one to go for. I know they're all pretty much of a muchness these days, but that's what I've switched to. That left me with the problem of, what do I do when I go to the gym? I have some of these. This is the Braggy Dash, I'll try and get those out there, Braggy Dash headphones. Really good piece of kit for a whole bunch of reasons, and you can actually download music directly onto these, so you know what, pop them in your ears. They're kind of noise isolating, so it's going to block out the rest of whatever's going on, the noises of the gym, the music that's playing that you might not like anyway. So could be a perfect solution. However, all of my stored music is FLAC, so it's uncompressed FLAC files, and unfortunately these probably support MP3 or some other kind of compressed music, but they definitely don't support FLAC. So the Braggy Dash headphones are out, so what about taking the mobile phone in? Well, you know, there's a couple of problems with taking the phone in. The first off is I don't really like to see phones in the gym. You're going to work out, that's what you're going to do, and you know, you see folks that are sitting on pieces of equipment, not even using them, hogging them as well, and they're texting and phoning and doing whatever they're doing on their phones, and just occupying equipment. So I kind of hate seeing that. The other thing is, these things are pretty big these days and they're pretty expensive, so they don't really fit in your pocket. You know, they're pretty uncomfortable, and also you don't want to leave it on the floor, because these things are like jewelry these days and they're very breakable, and you know, you just don't want to leave it on the floor. So for me, taking the phone into the gym isn't really an option. So what I decided to do was to buy one of these. This is a music player from a company called Mighty, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox it, and then I'm just going to talk through the features for you. So guys, this is the Mighty player. There's the packaging, pretty simple, nothing elaborate about it. Cardboard box. Going to open that up, and you can see the player inside. So tip that out onto the table. Lift this sort of flap up. We've got a cable in here, and this is a USB to 3.5mm cable, 3.5mm jack cable, and that's used for charging the device. It's a bit of a shame that there was no USB-C or micro USB or something like that, cables that you've got lots and lots of, but you know, it's a bespoke cable, but not the end of the world. Also in here you've got a piece of paper, a little leaflet, just basically telling you about the application, how you sync it, and what you do in order to get started. So let's move this not very elaborate packaging out of the way, and here you have the device itself. So there it is, pretty simple, pretty small. You can see that in my hand. In fact, this is the lens cap for my camera, and you can see pretty much the same size, so pretty small. So the device, so here on the back we've got a little clip, and you can use that to clip that onto your clothing, which is pretty handy if you're at the gym or you're doing some kind of sport where you want to listen to some music. 3.5mm jack at the top there, so that's for charging, and also to plug some wired headphones into, if that's what you choose to do. Controls are pretty simple. You've got volume up, volume down, and you've got forward and rewind the track, and then this or you have an LED light here which it changes colour depending on different stages, charging, charge, pairing, etc. Again, I'm going to do a full usage and performance video on this at a later date. But this button here is a playlist button, so this is where you press and hold, you can shuffle through the playlist that you have selected. If you press and hold it for a few seconds, you can shuffle through tracks within the playlist, so you can set them up to automatically shuffle, but of course you can just skip them and forward and do whatever you want to do via these controls here. So pretty basic controls as you would expect to find on any kind of music player. The capacity, Mighty don't really talk about the capacity in terms of, well, it's X amount of gigabytes as other music players do. But what they do say is that you can store around 1,000 songs, but that's not bad if you're using this thing for the gym or some kind of sporting event, or even, if you're taking it to a party or whatever you're going to do with it, 1,000 songs isn't that bad. And I think, the nice thing about this is that I believe, and again, I need to confirm some of this stuff after I've actually used it in anger, but I believe that this thing will always keep synchronizing the changes in your Spotify playlist without you having to do anything. So I think whether you change them on your phone or whether you change them, you need Spotify Premium in order to do this, but in order to use this player at all. But as long as your playlists are wherever they are, whether it's on your mobile phone or in the cloud or wherever it is, whatever device it's on, whatever this thing is synced up with, it will keep all your songs and playlists in sync. This supports Wi-Fi, so it connects to your Wi-Fi, and also it supports Bluetooth. So you can use the 3.5mm jack, as I said before, for wired headphones, or you can use Bluetooth headphones or a Bluetooth speaker if you want to, do that. Pairing is pretty easy. You just have to download the Mighty app on iOS or Android and connect to your Wi-Fi network, put the Mighty device into pairing mode, and bada bing, bada bong, you're done. So really, really simple and easy to do. And what I'll do is I'll once I get this thing set up, I'll talk you and walk you through that, and hopefully come back with some kind of kind of performance, and we'll listen to this thing and see how it performs. So I believe also that this is a second generation device. I believe that the first generation device did have a few problems. However, this version has got improved battery life. So battery, they say, lasts around 5 hours plus, and that's consistent usage with Bluetooth and or wired headphones. I believe it's got a redesigned antenna, so that allows you to have better playback range with Bluetooth and a stronger Bluetooth connection, so that's pretty good as well. And I think they've also done some work with the Bluetooth software to make it more compatible with a greater amount of devices, so that's good. And then they have the revamped mobile app, which again, is pretty handy. So I think all in all, a pretty useful device. So just going to fire up the Mighty app, and this, I've already synced this up, but this is the page that you get when you load up. What I'm going to do is just switch on the device. You can see the green LEDs come on, and that shows that it's actually charged up. I may actually have to put my own Wi-Fi password in here, because actually I connected this up at work the other day for the first time just to check it out. So let's have a go at doing that. So just to let you know, this thing is scanning for Wi-Fi networks, whoops, and it's found my connection, so I'm going to click on the plus sign for that. It wants my password, so let me just pop that in. That's correct. Do OK. So this thing's pairing up now to the Wi-Fi. This thing is connected now to my Wi-Fi network. I think it's also connected to Bluetooth as well. So what you can see here is the as it say, the Mighty C7 at the top, and it's connected to my AirPods as well, which must be somewhere here. Aha. there they are. So that's connected to that. So in terms of playback, they're going to play back through that. These Braggy dashes are Bluetooth as well, so could use those. Or like I said, you could use the 3.5mm jack, so whichever you fancy. Now don't judge me for my music selection because this was pretty quick. However, you know, you can see my synced up playlists there, and if I wanted to force sync, I could resync now by just pushing that button. And that really is kind of it. If I flick that little icon there, I can't do it, but it gives me how much battery is left in here. But as the LED is flashing green, I know that it's fully charged. So, and again, you know, there's a manual sync button here that you can press and sync all that up. But I believe that it does actually do all that automatically once you set up your playlists. So guys, that pretty much wraps up the unboxing and the first time review, first impressions of this tiny music player by Mighty. So this thing syncs up your Spotify playlists and your tracks. It's really simple to use, light, waterproof, and just the job for gym work or any other kind of sporting activity whereby Saved by the Bell, back in a few seconds. So guys, I'm back. That was my mum. You know it's going to be your mum because they always call on the landline. Why? Who knows? I guess it's a generation thing. I mean, generally the landline rings, everybody looks at each other thinking, it's not for me. But anyway, so as I was saying, you know, now we've got fucking dogs barking in the background, for fuck's sake. So just got to wait for that to fucking finish now. So guys, I'm back. That was my mum on the phone. You know it's always going to be your mum because you know what? They're the only ones that ring you on the landline. Who knows why, but they are. But anyway, she's fine in case anyone's interested. Anyway, so as I was saying, rounding up, finishing off, first impressions, this thing looks like it's a good, useful piece of kit that is going to enable you to take your music on the go without having to lug around a big mobile phone, an expensive device that you don't want to break. So if you're engaging in some kind of sporting activity, you don't really want to take that. But as I said, I hope to be back with the next video very soon that will go through the features and functions in depth of this thing, testing out the audio quality, and also looking through the mobile phone app that you use to kind of set up and configure this thing. So guys, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and to click on that bell icon so that you could be notified of the next video and any other videos as well. And guys, again, thank you very much for watching. I'm Dave with Seen Through a Lens, and I will see you the next time. This is a music player by a company called Mighty. And what I'm going to do is just unbox this player for you quickly.